That looks like a good book you've got there.
It was. I had a fun time reading it. The last time I laughed this much for the book was Dial A for Aunties. No, that book is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I think they actually even made a Netflix series out of it, but it's very good, that one. So I really enjoyed this one. And I see you're also going to be speaking about humor and humor in books at the Jewish Literary Festival, which is coming up soon.
Yes, that's exciting, with Diane Auerbach, who's very, very funny. I'm going to have to work very hard to be as funny as she is.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I'm 51, just turned 51, begrudgingly, although I should be pleased. I should be glad to have made it this far. This is my 10th book. I have seven solos that I've written, and three. I co-authored a series of Choose Your Own Adventure erotic novels with Sarah Lotz and Helen Moffat. And so this is my novel. My day job, I'm a copywriter in advertising. I had a weekly column in the Sunday Times for about 4 years. That ended, 6 years ago or so. So I write for them on an ad hoc basis. That I don't do the weekly column anymore. And I love that column, but it's really tough to do a column, be on deadline every week and work and write books and do all the things.
And then what inspired this book?
I started a book club on Facebook in 2013, and that now has 23,000 members, and it's called the Good Book Appreciation Society. And it's just a book club. We people from all over the world, and we talk about books all the time, what you're reading, what you love, what you hate. And so they say, you would know as a writer that the oldest writing advice in the world is write what you know. So I wrote a book about a book club on Facebook called the Good Book Appreciation Society. So life imitates art and art imitates life. And I wrote about this book club and the people in the club. Basically all things that have happened on the page, but I've escalated it. So I've made much bigger stories out of it. What happens in the novel, nobody's nearly murdered in real life in the club. But there have been lots of arguments, and there have been lots of fights and scraps and scrapes. There are vast sections of the book that are directly from the real life page. So some posts from the page that are verbatim. So I asked members for permission to use their words, and they kindly gave permission. And so that's included in the book. Okay.
Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. So in your case, the fiction is stranger than the truth, though.
Yeah, a little bit of both, actually. Some of the stuff that happens on the real life page, you would look at it and go, you couldn't make that up. It's actually people are crazy. But that's the joy of life, right? We're all a little bit crazy.
Yeah. So, okay. So what made you decide to set the story in the UK?
Right, that's a good question. A lot of people have asked me that question. And even my publishers said, is there any way you can set this in South Africa? But because the story is so centered around something that's very real, which is the club. And one of the main characters is Norma, and she runs the club. So she's essentially me. But I needed her to be as different from me as I could possibly make her. She can't be me. And so I made her an accountant living in London. And I made her someone who's so far different from me and lives in such a different place that nobody, that I then had to write fiction. I didn't want to write the real world club because that's maybe not as exciting.
You're working on any other books at the moment? Is there anything more from you that we can look forward to?
Yes, I'm busy with the first draft of a new novel that I just kind of finished the first draft. It's very messy. It's going to take I need 6 or 7 months to fix it up. It's got big gaping holes in it, but maybe it's something. You never know. You know what it's like. You write something and you don't know, is it something or isn't something? So hopefully it's something, and hopefully people want to read more of my books if I'm lucky.